My name is CalebDigital, and today you're gonna watch me make one of the greatest live-action anime adaptations from the ground up. From the ground up.
He has created quite the name for himself as a digital animator. Big name collaborations, a Sanderson High School grad sharing his success as a digital animator, and some of his work you might have seen on social media.
So as anime fans, we're just sitting here, relaxing, living our lives, and then all of a sudden, we get live action. We've never had a good live action adaptation ever, except for like Bleach, and then in the YouTube world, Reanime, which is, they're amazing. You should check out their stuff. But besides that, what did we do? What did we do to deserve this? All of a sudden, some company head wakes up and it's just like, let's ruin a fan base. Who wants to read the source material? Raise your hands. Nobody? Okay, cool. Let's just make a film right now. Like, you have to think about it. This is a premeditated decision. These people had to sit there, watch this garbage, and be like, this is it. Oh, this finna pop. This about to be the next big thing. Why do you think Dragon Ball Evolution is still being talked about to this day? It's so bad, it got famous. Like, blows my mind. Blows my mind. We get Mob Psycho 100. We get Death Note. Who? Why? What was this? What was this, actually? I really want to know. Like, this is a genuinely concerned question here. Y'all have so much to go off of. I mean, look at these amazing scenes. Come on. Y'all couldn't have just taken a clip from this, or maybe even read the manga in the slightest. Today, we're going to end that. We're going to fix that. My name is CalebDigital. And today, you're gonna watch me make one of the greatest live-action anime adaptations from the ground up. From the ground up. Quick intermission. If this is your first time seeing my face and you like what you just saw, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and comment, because I show love to the people that comment. I show support if you show support. That's it. And if you also want to be shouted out personally on this channel in the next video, make sure to screenshot that you like this video, post it on your story, and @ me, and I'll pick the next person to be in the next video. If you also want to help support the channel, check out my website, wolfinity.com. I have a bunch of effects on there, easy effects that you can just drag and drop and make your own films. And on top of that, I have amazing merch. It's getting kind of cold outside right now at the time of this recording, so I got a bunch of hoodies, a bunch of cool stuff. And if you really want to support this channel, Patreon is the best to go to. My Patreon, I have a bunch of rewards and prizes for anyone who signs up, and I am greatly appreciative of anyone who does or even looks at it. So that being said, let's get back into the video. So I make short films, and they take a long time to make. So I can't post every single week, unfortunately, which I wanted to do so bad. So I came up with this idea. What if I still make these films, but in between I make progress videos like this one, so I can still post content while I'm making the videos and post a bigger video still on my channel, but I post consistently the progress until I get there. It's like constant promo, and I get to make continuous content for you guys. So that's why I'm doing this video in the first place, to actually drop more content on YouTube, because let me tell you something, I'm not a YouTuber. I just been posting my Instagram videos to YouTube, and somehow I got 40K, which thank y'all for that. It's amazing, honestly. So I decided to take the YouTuber route, but oh my gosh. You know how long this took? This is like my 8th or 9th attempt trying to make this video. Like, a shout out to all the YouTubers, man, because y'all are killing it. So I need to figure out what anime am I going to recreate in live action. There's so many amazing scenes that I can choose from. So I asked some of my friends. I asked Vader, I asked Crystal, I asked Gita Silva, and a bunch of other people, but these are the 3 people that I asked that I got the most intel from, at least. Vader said Goku and Vegeta versus Broly in that Dragon Ball Super movie. Crystal mentioned some One Piece fights, and Guy, he mentioned Kakashi versus Obito, and he also mentioned Hajime no Ippo. There's a bunch of great animes, but majority of the people mentioned Naruto. So I'm like, all right, you know, let me just look at the Naruto fights, see what's going on, because I know there's a bunch of really good ones. And then I stumbled across the best one of all of them. Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. I know it's not Naruto, it's Boruto, but that scene blew my mind. That was like the coolest thing ever. So I decided to go with that one. And also because of the cool environment and all the stuff that you could do with it, that's what we're gonna recreate. Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. Now, another reason why I actually chose doing this whole entire thing was because I wanted to test something out. I wanted to test something new out that I've never done before, which is putting myself in the CG world. Because it's great and all going to locations and stuff and finding places and then filming it there, but there's no such place like this or that or this in the real world. And if there is, I probably have to fly there, and that's just so much. I want to make a CG world where I put myself in there because I'll have full control of the environment. So let's say I want to move a mountain. I can't do that in real life, but I can definitely do that with a computer. I can move wherever I want to do. So here's a quick test. I know, look, I know it's terrible. Quick disclaimer, I know it's terrible, but I was using my green cloth. I'm gonna actually use a green screen studio for this, but here's a quick example of what it can do. Honestly, this is just a quick little test. I know the shading's off, all that stuff. The green screen is terrible. I used the green cloth again, but it looks, this proves that I could actually do it. I could put myself in the CG world. I had to do that little test just to see how it looked like, just to see if I'm actually capable of doing it. Because I realized one thing, and here's a quick tip for anyone that's in this type of profession or just any profession at all. If you want to succeed in something and you want to be the best at something, don't give yourself the same level of work every single time, because when you do that, you're only going to stay in the same spot. Half of the stuff I do, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just do it because I want to get better. So you give yourself something way above so that when you get there, you're way higher than you were before. Or let's say you don't fully get to that level, you'll still be farther than you were before. And it might take a long time, but when you get there, you'll be way better than you were before. So just keep on giving yourself bigger and better tasks, stuff that you know you could probably do and you know the basics of, but it's also way out of your spectrum that you've never done before. And just get out of your comfort zone, you know what I mean? Just do your thing. So that being said, I decided to go with the Naruto versus Momoshiki fight. And now there's another problem. Momoshiki doesn't exist. I'm not going to cast anyone and cover them in black and white paint because that can cause problems. That can cause a lot of problems. Yeah, controversy. A lot of controversial problems. So what are we going to do? We're going to CG it. We're going to create a CGI Momoshiki. Now this is going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done because I've never created an actual character that can walk, talk, has, you know, fluent hair and everything and clothes and all that stuff. He's a fully functional creature. So this is going to be a challenge. Now I'm a one-man army here. I'm not a whole VFX studio, so just a quick disclaimer. When I'm making these things, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that's all. So first step is sculpting. I need to sculpt his image, his shape, everything about him basically. So I'm going to start off with that. So what I'm doing here is I'm pulling reference from the anime. I'm basically looking at how he looks like, all that stuff. Right now he kind of has, I mean, he just has that smug face. Like he just looks like an annoying kid in high school. Like, oh my god. He looks like one of those kids that reminds the teacher when she didn't collect the homework. Like, nobody wanted to turn that in. Like, you know we don't do homework. What are you doing? So now I'm pulling some more reference, just getting the shapes right to make him look like Momoshiki in a way, but also I have to pull the realistic card a little bit, just a little bit. I'm going to stay true to the source material. Trust me, I'm not going to just veer off like these other companies and make like a whole different beast. I'm going to make Momoshiki, but I'm also making him a little more realistic and true to a human form? What even is he? I don't even know what he is. He's a humanoid, for sure. He looks like a human, but not really a human. Anyways, yeah, so I'm pulling shapes and stuff like that, making him look good. Next is the painting. So this is the part that would be controversial in real life. I'm gonna paint him white and black, and we're gonna basically, you know, make him look like Momoshiki. So now he doesn't look like Momoshiki at all, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna make him look like that now with texture paint. Texture paint is the next step. The first thing actually I'm gonna do is to make him look, again, realistic. I'm gonna add a skin layer on him first before I paint him white and black, just because imperfections always make CGI look a lot better. If you just do like a clean cut thing where he's just white, black, it just will look too clean and look too perfect. CGI isn't supposed to be perfect when you're doing live action like this. Imperfections always make live action stuff look good because nothing real is perfect. So now that it looks like a human cow, I'm gonna add pores and you know, just all the grunge and stuff in him, you know, the cracks in the body. I'm gonna add some dark details in certain spots because he's a fighter, you know what I mean? He plays around the dirt, does a lot of fighting. He's a very fast character, so you know he's gonna have some hits, some bruises and stuff on his body. So I gotta add some stuff here and there. I gotta make him look a little bit, you know what I mean, not perfectly painted. So next is subsurface scattering. Subsurface scattering is basically you know when you like hold a flashlight behind your ear or your finger and the light turns red. that's basically like going through your skin. So just to make CG look more realistic and just have the excuse to shine lights behind him and make him look cool, we're gonna add that. Of course, I'm gonna go in the nodes, add the bump map back in through Blender, and there we go. We got some realistic looking skin textures on Momoshiki now. I'm kind of proud of it, not gonna lie. So next is the hair, and that's gonna be a challenge because Momoshiki's hair, it doesn't really move like it's supposed to. And I don't know, maybe it's because anime, or maybe because chakra running through his veins, or maybe that thing that he hates making his hair move differently somehow because of the gravity. Maybe it's defying gravity and going through the chakra. Maybe the chakra's controlling gravity through his hair so he'll be able to fire. Maybe he's controlling his hair. I don't know, he's doing something, but basically his hair doesn't move like it realistically would, because that's some long hair. Trust me, if he was fighting with some long hair like that, it would not be floating in the air. It would definitely be smacking people in the face and yourself. So we're gonna kind of put the best of both worlds, anime logic and realistic logic. We're gonna mix it together and make a beautiful baby. No. We're gonna mix together and make a beautiful product here. So yeah, I need to make it move like how it does in the anime, but still have realistic properties to it, but also don't make it slap around and hit people and stuff like that. So kind of just have it floating a little bit stiff, but also very thin at the end and move. That's gonna be a challenge, but I figured it out after a long time. This whole project took me about a week and 2 days to do from start to finish. So yeah, I know it seems like I'm just throwing stuff together, but I'm really not. Like this is a lot to figure out. I've never done this before. So I added the eyes, the teeth, all that good stuff, and I added a rig and armature to his body so he can move and do cool poses. Yeah, so right now, as you can see, he can move around. He can do a lot of different poses. I'm pretty much just gonna pose him. I like the pose that he's in. He looks very menacing, and you know, I think he looks really. Moving on. Next is the clothes. We're basically gonna add clothes on him, but again, the same thing applies. He's wearing very big clothing, and that will also smack people in the face along with himself, and it'd be very hard to fight with that. So we're gonna add the same clothes, but we're also gonna make it a little bit smaller on the sleeves, and you know, a little bit more condensed, and also add more rips. Well, not rips, but I would say cuts in there for him to move more freely. And also, I kind of want to show his cool body paint because that took a long time to make this. So yeah, I want to show him off some more. So we're gonna add some slits in the arms and stuff like that, and run a cloth simulation. So now that we have the cloth, the hair, the eyes, the teeth, the body, the skin, all that stuff, and he can move his face and everything, Momoshiki's a fully functioning character now. He is practically alive in the control of my hands now. So now he can move very fast, he can do all the things that he needs to do. Momoshiki's done. I'm kind of proud of myself. This took a week and some change to figure out from start to finish, and he looks great. I'm actually really proud of myself. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, and just testing out cool lighting tests with him was even more fun because I'm just like, yo, I did this. Like, he looks so cool, so realistic, and the lighting, he matches the scenes. It's crazy. So yeah, that was Momoshiki. We did it. CGI Momoshiki is finished. Next, I need to make an entire CGI world. Easy. Woo! It's gonna be fun. So, next is gonna be the environment. We're gonna create a CG environment that looks like this. We're gonna make something amazing. And then next, we're gonna go to a green screen studio, film ourselves in front of the green screen studio, add all the effects in there, mix it in properly, do some cool stuff, and we're gonna make this live action film. So don't forget, if you really want to see this, you want to see the final product of this, and you want to see the next episode, you want to see what I do and all this stuff, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell, because you won't know when I post. You need to press that all button. Trust me, I don't post a lot. I'm not going to bother you, and it's completely free to subscribe. Also, if you want, you can follow me. I post more on my Instagram. I also post more on my Snapchat, so follow me on both of those social medias as well, because I'm going to be posting a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of cool stuff. A lot of you have seen the final Momoshiki if you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, what are you doing? Get me to 100K, because I really want to hit 100K on Instagram. That would be so cool. And also 100K on here. I'm going to start posting weekly videos like this just to update you guys on what's going on. This was very complicated to make. But now that I figured it out, I'm pretty sure I can hop on the wave of doing these YouTube videos once a week. I will try to not miss a beat. But subscribe to find out. So, yeah, we did it. The next step is the environment. Again, if you want to support the channel, check out my website. I have a bunch of cool drag and drop effects so you can make your own films and stuff like that. A lot of them free, a lot of them, you know, decent prices. And also, if you really want to support, check out my Patreon. because yeah, that would really help out a lot and definitely help my channel grow more. You guys will see the journey. You guys will see the journey, the beginning to the end, dreams to reality. That's what's gonna make it. This is me just starting out. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And just remember, this is only the beginning.